Hello, everyone. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. And yesterday I went to a cards shop over in Miami, and I posted the video there. And at the card shop, I picked up a few cards here, and I just kind of wanted to show you what I picked up there. You know, it was an old little shop. You can go back and take a look at the video. It's a place that looks very unorganized. It looks like a bunch of stuff in there, but the owner does have some stuff. You just have to kind of, those are the old stores that you go through and you search and you find those diamonds in the rough type things. So I went through, I asked him if he had any old baseball, and he really had some, but not too much. He had a real nice 1962, a lot of commons and minor stars, but I have the whole set, so I didn't go for that. But I did find this nice Whitey Ford there, so I picked that up. You know, it's pretty well centered, just a little bit top to bottom, but it's a very nice, clean card. Corners look pretty nice, a little bit on the bottom there, but overall, it's a real nice card, beautiful card of Whitey Ford, showing him there at Yankee Stadium in the background there. So I didn't have this one, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. And basically, I spent a total of $35 for all these cards. He wanted he was asking $50 for all this stuff, and then really, I wasn't too interested, but I did find some football cards here, and that's what I'm going to show you. So I went ahead and negotiated all of this for $35 from Ray over at the card shop yesterday. And I picked up this Johnny Unitas. One of the things I'm looking at is, and I'm thinking, I guess one of my predictions, I'll go ahead and say it, is that for next year, football cards, vintage football cards, are going to go up in price, in my opinion. They're very undervalued. I mean, if you look at Johnny Unitas, Hall of Famer, 10 times Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, 3 times MVP, just an incredible player, one of the best players in the history of baseball, Johnny Unitas. And this card is like not worth that much. Here's Johnny U. So just going to show you some Hall of Fame football players that I picked up that Ray had there at the shop. I asked him, what kind of vintage, and he mostly pulled out some football. And then when I went through this set here, this was a 1968, by the way, 68. And of course, that's a 66 Whitey Ford. And these are from 1959. So I went through, he had like a little binder of these cards here, and he had some stars in here. So I went through, I picked up some of the Hall of Famers, and I, pulled them out. Basically these are worth like maybe $5 or less, all of these cards of these Hall of Famers. I mean, look at this. This is Y.A. Tittle. Y.A. Tittle, a Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler. He was just an MVP in 1963, an incredible player, and, nice card, nice condition, nicely centered. So I couldn't pass up these Hall of Fame football cards. All of these cards, I basically picked them up for what you would buy just a quick box of a hanger box or a retail box. $35 for all these cards. So that's why I say that I think football right now, vintage football, is undervalued, because you have, if you can imagine these Hall of Fame players in baseball, any of these guys, like who would be the equivalent of a Ray Berry? Ray Berry is a Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, 2 times NFL champion. Catching passes from Johnny Unitas. Look at that card. Great condition. So these are kind of what I say, kind of a diamond in the rough. You found these in Ray's store yesterday, and for the money, I mean, these cards literally were a few bucks, a couple bucks each. If you figure them out, I got all these cards. So you're talking about $3 per card here for Hall of Fame players, football players. Look at Bobby Lane, another Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time NFL champion, all pro. I mean, this guy's, an incredible quarterback, all great Hall of Fame players. And if you look back and compare it to baseball, it's like, night and day. A couple bucks for a Hall of Fame 1959 quarterback. I mean, come on. Can't beat that, I guess. For me, I think they're undervalued. Here's another Hall of Famer, Jim Ringo. Again, these are from 1959, guys. So imagine 1959 baseball cards of Hall of Famers. They're going to cost you a pretty penny. These are a couple bucks. Here's Jim Ringo, Hall of Famer, a 10-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL champion for the Packers, the big Packers. I mean, these cards were great shape. They're probably going to be mid-grade, maybe a little higher. But for a couple bucks, I couldn't pass up these guys. So these are the things I go when I look at card shops. Like I said, he had some baseball, but I have most of the baseball. I had all the baseball. He had nothing really interested me in baseball. But I saw these guys here. And, from 1959, Lenny Moore, another Hall of Famer, a 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL champion, 5-time All-Pro, another incredible player, incredible halfback, running back, Lenny Moore. And the cards are in nice shape. I mean, you look at the cards, that the rub-off isn't even rubbed off on any of these. The same with all of these guys. This was a little rough in the back, but the front looks nice, and they're not rubbed off as far as the rub-offs. That kind of take the value a little bit away, but beautiful Lenny Moore card from 1959. So, and the other ones that I picked up were another Hall of Famer here, and that's Art Donovan. And another 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL champion, another Baltimore Colts. Played with Johnny Unitas, 4-time All-Pro, Art Donovan. So again, another nice card, great condition. You can look at it, take a look what it looks like here. So a Hall of Famer from the 1950s for a couple of bucks, $3. See what the backs look like. Backs are not super clean, but still, they look great. They're in great condition. Corners are nice and sharp. So that's another Hall of Famer. And then I picked up another Hall of Famer here. Another Hall of Famer here. And this is Ollie Matson. So it's another great player from the Rams. Nice card. I'll just, it looked like a pretty nice set he had in there, and I went through it. I picked up the best cards I could find in there. And here's a couple more guys. There's Rosie Greer. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but he probably should be. But no, he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's a Pro Bowler, and he was won the National League, the NFL champion also, and All-Pro. Rosie Greer. Nice clean card of Roosevelt Greer from 1959. So you can see these are really nice condition. I picked these up pretty cheap. So I wanted to give you guys a good look at that. That's the rub off thing. Pass a coin, you rub it off, and it has a little picture. It says it on here. The record for the most TD passes in the game. So that's the Roosevelt Greer. And then the last one that I've got here is another great player during the times. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, Alan Amici. He's a 2-time NFL champion, and he's an All-Pro, so maybe in the Hall of Fame in the future. But these cards are nice and sharp, so probably great, probably good to go. So 7, 6, 7. Maybe more, but real clean card. Al Amici of the Colts. So I just wanted to show you these. So these are my pickup guys. from the card shop that I visited yesterday, which was in Miami, and picked up some Hall of Fame football players for a few bucks each, and that's why I think that these football is really undervalued, and I do feel that next year there's going to be an increase in prices for vintage football cards, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And I'll be releasing some more videos soon before the end of the year. I'm planning on doing my top 50. I'm going to work on that next week. So we'll show you that soon. So thank you very much, guys, for liking and subscribing to my videos. I really appreciate it. And especially the comments. I love the comments. So keep them coming, guys. I'll respond to all of them. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Everyone have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.